Hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. So as every one of my loyal subscribers know, I invest a lot of time and effort into investigating and also testing various SEO tactics. Some SEO tactics over the years I've been able to debunk and I've made videos about them. And then there are some new SEO tactics that I've discovered out of necessity. And so if you've not watched my videos on the reverse silo, on creating a silo with internal links or a reverse silo with internal links, go and watch those videos because those will help you understand how internal linking works and why it is now even more important after the September helpful content update than it ever was before. But I have also found that a specific type of internal linking is now a lot more effective in some cases, especially for informational sites, than they are for other websites. And so there is a case scenario. So if you're an e-commerce store, you'll need to use a different internal linking structure as compared to if you were an informational site. In this video, I'm going to talk about a brand new internal linking structure that I've been testing and I've seen very good results from doing, but they only work for informational websites. And the reason I say that is I know a lot of people will try to use this on their e-commerce store. They'll try to use this on their service-based businesses. And I've tested it with those and it does not work as well. This method with your service-based business, with your e-commerce store, because I've done it and I'm not seeing great results from it. What I've seen great results with is using this on informational websites. So that's point number one. So when I actually get into the screen, I start showing you the slides on how to do this. I don't want people in the comments asking me if this will work for e-commerce or service-based businesses. Now, there's a work around this. So if you want to make this work for a service-based business, technically speaking, you could build this internal link juice and pass it on to an internal service page. But even though I've done this, I've not seen great results from it. So again, informational sites. And if you're a service-based business and you're doing a lot of blog posts, this internal linking will help you a great deal because it will help you bring in a lot of traffic to your blog posts that will then eventually also land on your service pages if you make them evident or you make those service pages evident on your blog post pages, which is a discussion for an entirely different video. So before I jump into the video, just want to put a shout out here to myself. So I offer SEO services. If you're looking for someone to do SEO for you, there's a link in the description to Google Forms. Click the link, fill out the form, and I'll get in touch with you and we'll discuss your SEO needs and I'll provide you with a quote. But if you find yourself in trouble, like in terms of your website is not doing so well, or your website is not ranking as well, or you think there's an issue because there's an algorithmic penalty, which is why your traffic has just gone downhill, then I can help you with an SEO audit. My SEO audits are unlike any other SEO audit you'll buy out there. Number one, they're very cost effective, so they're not hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're very cost effective, but not only do I audit your site and provide you with constructive and provide you with a list of things that you should be fixing on your site, but I also provide you with a strategy on how to improve your SEO. So even if you're someone who is just doing SEO for your own website, you can go ahead and start implementing this right away. Now there is a level of technical expertise that you will need to use this audit on your website, but I try to make it as easy as possible. I try to the language I use is very easy, just so anyone can understand this. And you can even white label my service because I just provide you this in a Word document. So practically you can just slap your logo on it, and if you're doing it for another client, you can just use it there. I also offer topical mapping services. And so if you're looking to build topical authority, which is also the discussion of this video, because the internal linking structure helps to build a topical authority, especially with the way that I explained in this video. And so if you're looking to build topical authority, I can help you with a topical map. There's a link in the description. It'll take you to my page where you can just buy my topical mapping service. Again, very cost effective, unlike what the so-called gurus sell it for. And so take advantage of my special pricing for as long as it lasts. And now that I have that out of the way, let's just jump right into the video. All right, so what we're going to discuss today is thematic link weaving, which means that we're not doing SEO the traditional way in terms of we're not doing keyword research, or we're not emphasizing a lot of keyword research, but we're emphasizing on the theme or the topical theme. And so there are many terms for this, and there are many technical terms for this, but I'm not going to go into this. I'm just going to keep it really simple so that everyone that's watching this video can recreate what I'm talking about, and I've seen great results from this. So you're creating, in this instance, I'm going to talk about creating a topical authority for dog training informational website. And so as everybody knows, I have a client in dog training, and we've been building their topical authority. And one of the ways that we found a great deal of success with is thematic link weaving, which is something I'll get into in this video. And so the first thing, and this is something that I noticed last year, is that when you have two thematically related pages on a website and they're linking to each other, the overall link juice that flows through these pages is a lot higher than if they were not thematically related. And I'm talking about pages on the same page. And so you can see that these keywords may not necessarily be related, but they are thematically related. And so when the link, for instance, if you buy a backlink or you get a backlink, any one of those pages, the link juice will flow very well between those pages. Also, the link juice between those pages helps to boost both pages or all 4 pages, depending on how many pages you have as part of the thematic cluster. And so this is something that works very well for, as I mentioned earlier, for informational sites. And I'm still working out the kinks with how to make this work for service sites, but it's just still a work in progress. And so the idea here is that both your pages should be thematically related, and I'll show you this with an instance. So how does this apply to the dog training? Well, you can create multiple clusters close to the vector space, but that means is that they are as closely related to the main theme of the pages that you're targeting. So instead of doing keyword research, you do theme research. And so within the dog training niche, there are multiple themes that you can create clusters around. And so you have these thematic clusters. So every cluster will link to each other. And so you can have a cluster for bulldog training, you can have a cluster for Great Dane training, you can have a cluster for Chihuahua training, and then they would have their own, each of these will have their own clusters, but then they will be part of the major dog training cluster or the major dog training theme of your site, which is something that we're trying to do. But every one of these requires some degree of keyword research, but you don't have to go into a lot of detail. All you have to do is just make sure that they're thematically related. So then you create thematic relevance between these clusters instead of keyword relevance. So sometimes keyword relevance is not necessarily thematic relevance, and sometimes thematic relevance is not necessarily keyword relevance. And so when you're doing your keyword research, this is something that you need to bear in mind, especially when using this method. And so for this instance, we're trying to do like bulldog training. Now, the traditional method would be is that if you're trying to rank a pillar page for bulldog training, we'll then have all these other pages linked to the pillar page. That is not what we're doing here. With this method, all 4 of these pages are equal. And so there's no pillar page. All 4 of these pages can be 500 to 1,000 words, and they can all link to each other. And if you look at this, the page is dog training, then there's teach your English bulldog to walk to heel, British bulldog training mistakes, English bulldog pup training. And now I know there are a great deal of other highly thematically related themes that can go into this cluster, but if you want to keep the cluster small, this is what you could add to this. Now, what I found a great deal of success with is to take a bunch of keywords and create a topical map. That's a service that I offer, but you can create a topical map that's a thematical topical map for this purpose by using AI, and that's a totally different video that I'll make on how to do this. But suffice to say that this will get you there. Now, in terms of internal linking, you would want to make sure that you're not just putting in a keyword and having a hyperlink to another article. What you want to do is to make sure that the entire article is hyperlinked. So if you're linking from dog training to teach your English bulldog how to heel, this will be your anchor text on the blog page, on the bulldog training page. That'll be linked here. And on the teach your English bulldog to walk to heel, the hyperlink will be Bulldog Training, which will then link to the Bulldog Training page. This is important because you're also trying to explain to Google, the relevance of these pages, and you're also trying to make sure that you're not overdoing the internal anchor text, which can also now go overboard and also harm your link building. So guys, I hope you found the video useful. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.